Good morning, everybody. So we are on lesson 11 today of Unit 2 in Phonics. Today is Wednesday. I am in a different room today because Miss Stockwell is actually having live math class in our room, so I had to come over here in a different room and do this. So today is lesson 11. It is Wednesday, November 4th, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to use something different today. Hopefully we'll be able to use it. Oops, hold on. I'm going to use a whiteboard today. Hopefully I'll be able to use it and it won't mess up. We will see. Okay. I'm actually going to stop sharing my screen for just a second. Hope you guys had a great day off yesterday and got to go with your parents to vote. Okay. I've pulled it up. I thought I already had it open. All right. All right, so like I said, we are on lesson 11 of Unit 2 today, and we are going to start with doing our playing with blocks. All right, so here's where I need to use something different because I normally use the board for this, but I can't use the board in here because this is not my room. So I'm going to try something new. When I go to share my screen, there's this whiteboard app. I'm going to see if it'll let me use. Oh, look at that. There we go. That's kind of cool. Okay. So I'm going to draw with a pencil. Okay. So we're going to start with the sound ain. Ain. Think about the sounds that you hear in that word. How many sounds do you hear in ain? I hear two sounds. I hear a. This is hard to draw on. All right. So, what is the vowel sound in ain? It's the A part, right? So now I want to add a t to the beginning of that sound. T, t, t. I know that's a T. So what is my new word? Tame. Remember, it's a long A sound. Tane, not tan. Tane. Good. So now I want to put the prefix enter or the word enter. This would probably be easier if I had a touch screen, but I don't. Okay, so now I have enter and tane. What's my new word, guys? Entertain. Yes, I'm going to try the text box. So we have the word. Oh, there we go. We have the word entertain. Okay, that's how you spell it. So now I want to add the suffix ing. Entertain ing. What's my new word, guys? It is entertaining. Good. All right, so we're going to go back. We're going to erase all of this to go back to the beginning. Boom, 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 boom. All right. We're still doing ain, okay? But this time we're going to make in the front of it. Oops. No, I want to draw. I don't want to do that. I want to draw. 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 Oh, I gotta hit that. So I want to put and I know an R makes the sound most of the time. So what is my new word? I have rain. Rain. What's my new word, guys? It is rain. Good. Good. Okay. So now I want to put something at the end of the word. I want to put the E sound, long E. So now I have rain E. What's my new word? Rain E. The new word is rainy. Good. All right. So now we're going to go from, we're not going to do ain. We're going to change it to ale. I'm sorry. We're going to say ein. Instead of ain, we're going to say ein. We're switching our vowels from A to I. What sounds do you hear in ein? Ein. I hear a long I and an N. Those are the two sounds that I hear. Ein. Good. So I want to put the sound in front of it. So now I have ein. Ein. What's my new word, guys? What word did we make? We made the word fine. Good. All right, so now I want to add the sound D at the end. D. That is not a good D. I want to add the sound D. Eind. Eind. What's the new word we just made, guys? It is find. Good. All right, so now I want to add the suffix ing. Ing to the end of the word. Remember, suffixes go at the end of the word. So my new word is what? Finding. Finding. Good. Very good, guys. All right, so we're going to figure out how to exit out of here. Okay, so now I can go back to my regular screen. My mouse doesn't want to work today. Okay, there we go. All right, so we are back to our regular screen. All right, and so here are the sentences for today. Paco is from Spain. 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 And if I break that apart, the onset part of that word is and the rhyme part is ain. Ain. Good. But I want to take away that p sound and I want to make it say, so now it's going to say ain. Ain. What's my new word, guys? The new word on the curve is stain. Stain. Good. I like to eat a snack after school. Snack. Snack. So if we break that apart, the onset is sn, and the rhyming part is ack. Snack. Remember, guys, this is not about spelling. This is about the way that we hear the sounds, okay? Snack. I want to take away the n sound, and I want it to say t, t, st, ack, ack. So what is the new word on the curve? Stack, stack. Very good. I forgot to switch that one. I need to fix that, don't I? Okay, next sentence is look up at the flock of birds flying. Flock, flock. Good, okay. So if we break that apart, the onset is full, and the rhyming part is ock, lock. Lock is the word on the curve. But I want to take away the ol sound and I want to say ock, rock. What's the new word on the curve, guys? It's going to be frock, frock. All right. Mom had a cramp in her foot. Cramp, cramp. Good. If we break that apart, the onset is the cur, and the rhyming part is amp, cramp, cramp. Good. So I'm going to take away the part, and I want it to say clamp, clamp, clamp. What is the new word on the curve, guys? It is clamp, clamp. Good. All right, our last sentence is snap your fingers to the beat of the music. Snap is the word on the curve. Snap. The on part of that word is sn, and the rhyming part is app. Snap, snap. Good. I want to take out the n sound, and I want it to say oh, slap, slap. What's the new word on the curve? It is slap. Very good. All right, so our spoonerism for today is really hard, guys. It's really hard. So I'm going to say it first, give you a few minutes to think about it, and then I will show it to you. Okay. So it is bratch a keys. Bratch a keys. Okay. Bratch a keys. Bratch a keys. This one's a little bit hard. What do you think it is? If I take the k sound and move it over and the sound and move it over, it's going to say catch a breeze. Catch a breeze. Good job, guys. All right, so our learning targets for today. I can practice my new spelling words. I can read words with R-controlled vowels. I can read and use quotation marks in sentences. Okay, so you will get a new spelling list today. You should practice them at home each night for our assessment, which won't be on Friday this time. It'll probably be, let's see, Tuesday? Probably on Tuesday. So the spelling words only use spellings that we know. And this week we'll be doing contractions. And there will also be one tricky word, but remember, tricky words are words that do not follow the rules. So you just have to memorize how they are spelled. So let's review each spelling word one at a time. First, we're going to read the word without the contraction. Then we will make the word into a contraction. So our first one is it is. It is. And when you make it is into a contraction, it becomes it's. The apostrophe, this little thing right here, takes the place of the I in the letter, in the word is. It is becomes it's. We have the word that is. That is can also become the contraction that's. And again, the apostrophe takes the place of the I. You can also use the word it's as a contraction for it has, and that can be a contraction for that has. All right, our next one is she is. What do you think the contraction is going to be for she is? I bet you can guess it. It's going to be she's. And again, that apostrophe takes the place of the I. The next word is not. Is not. What is that contraction going to be? You guys say it all the time. Isn't. And this time the contraction takes the place of the O. Okay, the next one is are not. Are not. This one's a little harder. It's aren't. Aren't. And again, the apostrophe takes the place of the O. We have was not, and the contraction is wasn't. Good. The apostrophe takes the place of the O again. I will. I'll. Good. The apostrophe this time takes the place of the W and the I. Sometimes apostrophe takes the place of more than one letter. Okay, we have you will, and it's going to become you'll. She will is going to become she'll, not shall, okay? It looks the same, but remember there's an apostrophe there, so it's she'll. And then our tricky word is the word there. There. And we talked about this word last week. Why it's tricky? Because we said the part in the TH is expected and the part is expected, but the EI was the tricky part because it sounds like an A, air. All right, so you are going to get a new sheet today with the spelling words on it for your parents. It is already, oh, there we go, okay. It is already uploaded into your Google Classroom. Let's see if I can show it to you. Oh my gosh, this mouse is really not working today. Okay, I'm going to show you where the letter is. It's in your Google Classroom. If you go to classwork, Phonics Week 3. Okay, it says Wednesday, Phonics Shoot, Unit 2, Lesson 11. A lot in here today, okay? So here's the worksheet with the letter for your parents with your spelling words on them. And you are actually going to take that list tonight, and on page 35 of your phonics journal, you're going to write spelling list 6, and you're going to write your new spelling words on page 35. Okay, spelling list 6 on page 35. So that's that page. And then the next one, this one right here, has a lot. We will talk about those in just a minute. Let's get back to our lesson. All right, so today we're going to look, I just skipped that page. We're going to look at some new R-controlled sounds today, okay? So last Monday, we talked about the ER sound that says er. And by itself, the letter R is a spelling for a consonant sound, but the sound can mingle with certain vowel sounds, creating a unique vowel sound like So remember in our book, the reason why I couldn't find it last week is because when I downloaded it and copied it, I forgot the last page. So I'm going to, okay, so here we are. And remember, it is in blue, not red, not green, but mouse is making me angry. It's going to be in blue today, okay? So we talked about the ER on Monday. So I'm going to oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So I'm going to highlight it in blue because we did this one on Monday. I just couldn't find it because I forgot to download this page. All right, so that's what we did on Monday. We're going to do some more today. There we go. All right, so let's go over some words that have in it. Let's say these words together. Faster, nerve, her. All right, so we're going to talk about another R-controlled vowel today, and it is the sound or. And that is a word, right? So anytime you see that, you should know that it says or. So by itself, the letter R is a spelling for a consonant sound, but the sound can mingle with certain vowel sounds, creating unique vowel sounds like or. So let's go back to our chart and we're going to find the sound or. Look at this power bar, guys. This is very small. What does this tell us? That's right. It tells us that there may be other ways, mostly, to spell the sound or somehow. If it were the only sound, it would go from one side of the card to the other, but it doesn't. So that makes me think there are other ways to do it. So here is the or, like in the word work. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's look at some words that have or in them. Fort, sort, sport, born, corn, thorn, order, boring, porch, torch, pork, fork. All right, good job, guys. So now we're going to talk about another one. This one is R, like a pirate says, R. Okay, whenever you see an A and an R together, you should always know that that's the pirate sound, R. So again, when R is by itself, it's a consonant sound, but that sound can mix with vowels to create a unique vowel sound like R. So let's go back to our chart. We're going to highlight the AR, like in dollar. Oh, here it is, AR, dollar. Okay. All right, so here are some words that have the R in it. We have jar, car, star, yard, card, hard, arm, farm, charm, bark, dark, mark, arc, arch, and march. Good. Okay, so in today's work, that is not what I want to do. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so in today's work, going back to Google Classroom, go to the worksheets. So remember, guys, I said there's a lot of them in here, okay? So we have the story that you're going to read. And then you're going to tell me the setting, character, the beginning, middle, and end. All right, this is the page. Okay, these are words are and or in them. We have park, car, short, shower, and shark. And look, guys, there are 2 pages, okay? And then on this page, we have sports, flower, short, dark, and barking. So there are 10 sentences, and you are going to find the word that goes in the sentence to make sense. Okay, like number 1, we like to go to the blank to eat a picnic. Well, try all of the words in the sentence. We like to go to the park. We like to go to the car. We like to go to the short. We like to go to the shower, or we like to go to the shark to eat a picnic lunch. Which one makes most sense? And then you're going to open it with Cami, use the text box, and fill in the correct answers. Okay. Okay, so we have been learning about special punctuation marks that we use when we are writing to show that a person is speaking. This type of punctuation is called quotation marks. So when you were reading a story and you see that someone is having a conversation or they are having a dialogue, what shows us what is being said are the quotation marks. Quotation marks show the reader exactly what a person has said during conversation or dialogue. Today we're going to work again with sentences that include dialogue in which you will need to add the quotation marks. Okay, you will need to pay attention to other punctuation that may be needed, as well as capital letters. So let's look at this and add the punctuation. I would like to take a nap, said Anne. Well, what is it that Anne said? She said that she would like to take a nap. So the quotation marks need to go around exactly what Anne said, but there's something missing. Anne made a complete sentence. So what needs to go at the end of Anne's sentence? She needs to have punctuation, either a period, a comma, or question mark, or an exclamation point. So I would like to take a nap, said. All right, so we will now practice marking a written dialogue with quotations. So let's look at the worksheet again. Let's go back to that worksheet. I'm going to open it with Cami so we can work on it. Okay, so there's the story you're going to read tonight. And you're going to tell me the characters, the setting, beginning, middle, and end. There's the sheet that we just talked about where you're going to find the correct R-controlled word to fill in the blank, and it's 2 pages long. And then here's the quotation mark section. Our dog likes to bark, said Roy. What is it that Roy is saying? He said our dog likes to bark. So I need to come up here and put a text box. What else do I need to do for this sentence, though? What is wrong? What about the capitalization? What needs to be capitalized there? The O in our. So our dog likes to bark, said Roy. And we need a period at the end. But what is it that he said? He said our dog likes to bark. So that's where we need the quotation marks. Before our and after bark. Is that his complete sentence? Our dog likes to bark? Then what needs to go before the quotation mark? Well, I mean, it could be is it a period or a question mark or an exclamation point? Is he asking a question? Then we definitely don't need a question mark. It could be an exciting sentence. He could be saying, our dog likes to bark. Or he could just be saying, our dog likes to bark. Which one? I think that would be more of an exciting thing. So I'm going to put an exclamation mark. All right. So then the next one, James asked, is this game fun? So what do we need to do to this sentence? Well, we need to capitalize his name, right? Because it's a proper noun. James asked. And when the James asked goes before his sentence, we have to put a comma, then the quotation marks. Is this game fun? Now, is this a question? This one is a question. So we need a question mark before the quotations. Good. So James asked, is this game fun? And then our last one is Troy asked, can we go to the park? So look at this carefully. What do we need to do? We need to capitalize the T in Troy because that's his name. Troy asked. Then what do we put? We put the comma before the quotation marks. And then what do we need to do to the C? We need to capitalize it because that's the first letter of the sentence Troy asks. So, can we go to the park? What about our punctuation? What needs to go there? Is it a sentence where he's saying something? Is it an exciting sentence or is it a question? It's a question. So we need a question mark, and then we need our last set of quotations. So Troy asked, can we go to the park? All right. So that was the last part of that sheet. Okay, so we did that one together. So you won't have to do anything with that one tonight. So our learning targets for today were, I can practice my new spelling words, which we did, and you are going to write them in your journal today on page 35. Okay, you're going to write them on page 35. I can read words with R-controlled vowels, and I can read and use quotation marks in sentences. All right, so let me show you one more time before we go. Go to your classroom today, go to classwork, go to Phonics week 3, November 2 through 6. That's today. Today's the 4th. Okay, here is your new spelling list. This is what you're going to write on page 35 of your journal. And today's secret word, for those of you that did not hear it, well, I guess it's going to be different than it was for wit and wisdom. I told you one for wit and wisdom already. Today's secret word is gobble. Gobble, like the noise the turkey makes. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Okay. All right. So this is the spelling list that you're going to put in your journal on page 35. And then here is the homework that you're going to work on. You're going to read the story. You're going to tell me who the characters were, the setting, something that happened in the beginning, the middle, and the end. And then you're going to finish these 2 pages where you put the R-controlled word in the sentence to make it sound correct. Okay, and then we did this part together. It should still be on there. All right. Okay, so that is actually all that I have for you today. Make sure you do your spelling words. Make sure you start practicing your spelling words. And don't forget to tell me the secret word either on a clever message or somewhere in the assignment comment section on Google Classroom. Okay. All right. So you guys have a great afternoon, and I will see you later.